My hometown is Olivia, Minnesota. My dad is a pharmacist. My mother was a woman who challenged the status quo many times during the time I was growing up, including becoming the first female mayor of Olivia. My parents were wonderful community leaders. I think it really came home to me when I was a junior in college. My dad had built a new drugstore. This was between my sophomore and junior years at Gustavus, and when we did the math, it wasn't going to work to be able to fulfill the rest of our college expenses. So my parents and I went and met with the dean at Gustavus and explained the situation to them. He was like, "Why did you build a store when you know that you had 2 more years of college tuition?" And his answer was, it was the right competitive thing to do. If I hadn't done it, somebody else would have been. What transpired was that a donor that's anonymous to me to this day came forward and filled in the gap. I still get emotional when I talk about it all these years later. It becomes almost a pay it forward, which is kind of maybe a cliche, but you feel called to be part of giving back and recognizing that there's a lot of forces that ultimately help an organization, a community be vibrant and relevant and future-oriented. After I finished my MBA at the University of Minnesota, I had the pleasure of joining Cargill as a financial analyst. So I learned my skill set of trading financial instruments and ultimately investing from some of the best traders in the world. In 1993, I reconnected with 2 previous colleagues of mine at Cargill, George Hicks and Greg McMillan, and the 3 of us went out and founded Varde Partners. Fast forward to today, Varde is now a $12 billion in assets under management firm, and all of us have since retired. But in this intervening period of time, I've been reflecting on the lack of diversity, gender, and other underrepresented talent in the financial services industry. Long story short, I've now founded another investment management firm called Empowered Capital. Our goal really is to bring capital to experienced talent that otherwise doesn't have access to that kind of capital, financial advisory, strategic support, and help them launch their investment management businesses. And so when I think about any organization that I'm involved in, or building or creating a team, it's like, how do you really create a team with complementary skill sets? And then also a range of diverse perspectives. The second kind of theme that's driven a lot of my volunteer interest has really been in and around the topic of equity. How do we think about providing a fair shot to underrepresented talent so that we're bringing the power of the whole into a theme of inclusivity? I believe that leadership matters, and I believe that character matters. Investing in talent is investing in the next leadership for our organizations, our communities, our businesses. And when we bring that talent and support it, take all of that, the smarts, and compare it with integrity, and we've got a really powerful combination for the future.